In this video, I'll show you silly mistakes that are currently destroying your views. Now, if you're thinking, who's this guy? Why should I even listen to him? So very, very recently, I was stuck not getting any views. As you guys can see here, 5th of November, 2025. And then just 8 days later, I had almost $1,000 day with one YouTube channel. Now, if you don't believe me, just check out, I have a video on this channel that goes very deep into this exact channel. So check that out. And I've also helped hundreds of other people do the exact same thing. For example, Martin, who have helped to go to literally from $0 to $31,000 in only 7 months. Or for example, here Stamp, who got monetized within literally 2 weeks. Here another one, 20 days. And here another student who made $24,000 in one single month. Now, if you're looking for the exact same results, check out the first link in the video description. Book a call with me personally, and I'll see if I can actually help you or not. And yes, then I'll see you on the call. Now, let's get started with the first mistake, which is not warming up your YouTube channel. Now, before we speak about warming up YouTube channels, we have to understand what kind of different YouTube channels they actually are. So, different kind of YouTube channels. So there's a brand new YouTube account, which you can literally just create yourself right now. Just create like a new Gmail, just create a new account. Then we have personal YouTube accounts. These are accounts you've been using to watch YouTube for years. These are one of the most powerful YouTube accounts when it comes to faceless YouTube channels. Then we have aged YouTube accounts. These are just accounts that are very old, so from 2006 to 2009. And then we have pre-monetized accounts, which are already in the YouTube partnership program, who already have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. And yes, so these are the different kind of accounts. If you currently ask me which accounts are the best, I would always tell you personal YouTube accounts and brand new YouTube accounts. These are currently the best. Now, what accounts actually need to be warmed up? That's very simple to say. We need to warm up a new account and the aged account. Now, why the aged account? Very simple. These accounts, they haven't been used for years, right? So instead of going ahead, logging in, posting a video right away, go ahead and warm that account up, because otherwise YouTube is going to think you are a bot and they are going to suppress your videos. All right. Now, how do you actually warm up your account? So what you do is actually very simple, and everyone should do it. I've literally seen huge differences in between warming up an account and not warming up an account. So it's really important. So firstly, just use it as a normal user. So just switch to it, watch YouTube from that account, then watch 1 to 2 hours of content per day on that specific YouTube account. Subscribe, like, and comment to videos in your niche or even outside your niche. That doesn't really matter. But it's very important that you act like a normal person. So don't act like a bot, because if you act like a bot, then YouTube is again going to flag you. All right. Then do this for 1 week to lower the risk of a low trust score, right? So for 1 week, just go ahead and do that. Now, a quick note from my side, and this might help you guys out a lot, because I always say, if you find a niche, you want to go into it very quickly. Now, I always have 1 to 2 warmed up channels ready to go in the case of me finding a good niche and wanting to jump into it right away. And I would highly recommend you guys to do that as well. Now, if you have a channel that's not getting views, all right, so let me just show you guys some signs of a bad trust score. So your videos are not getting more than 100 impressions on a video. After posting 15 videos, still no traction, all right? Now, if your videos don't get any traction from browse or suggested, it's a high chance that you might be shadow banned or that you might have a low trust score. All right. Now, by the way, a trust score just means how much does YouTube or the platform actually trust you as a creator, or how much does the platform actually trust your YouTube account. All right. And that's why we actually do this, to increase that trust score. All right. Now, something you always want to have a look at is you can't just post 1 or 2 videos and expect to go viral, right? So I would highly recommend you to post at least 15 videos. And if you still don't get 100 impressions on a video, or not even 100 impressions, it might be a sign that your channel is really bad. And then I would literally go ahead and delete the videos and post them to a different channel. Now, you don't have to change anything to the videos. You can just, delete them and post them exactly as they are to a different YouTube channel. All right. So this is how to warm up your YouTube account and everything about bad trust scores, all right? So mistake number 2 is not letting your videos fully process. That means viewers will see a super bad quality video right in the beginning. Now, many of you guys know exactly what I mean. So if you upload a video, it's like processing to HD. And if you don't let that process and you just post the video right away, the video quality will be super, super bad and the audience is immediately going to click off the video, right? Now, what does that actually show YouTube? It just shows YouTube that you have a bad video that people don't really want to watch. Now, what happens then? YouTube doesn't share that video or doesn't push that video to a broader audience, all right? So always make sure that you upload your videos to like on unlisted and then just wait for it to finish processing and then you can publish your videos. All right. I always recommend you guys to, have your videos uploaded at least 3 to 24 hours before the posting date, because then you can make sure that, the viewers will see the highest quality video possible. Okay. Now, next up is mistake number 3, bad topic selection and packaging. Now, I see so many people being very arrogant about this and not, really seeing that they make a mistake with this. And I know, I see it from your channels as well when you comment under my videos that, some of you guys, like, you really need to look deeper into it. And that's why I'm taking this into this video. So firstly, topic selection. There is not just supply and demand in niches, but also in video topics, which most people skip. Most people forget that YouTube is a marketplace, right? And every single marketplace has supply and demand. If you go ahead and you create a video that was already created by 100 different channels, the chances of you actually, seeing success with that exact video is very small. But if you go ahead and you recreate a video that was created once or twice, and both times it performed extremely well, the chances are very high that it's gonna perform very well on your channel as well. So pick recent outliers and not outliers that are a month old. Why? As I've said already, everyone is looking for outliers, right? Now, if you go ahead and you pick an outlier that's a month old already, that specific outlier, that specific video topic might already have covered 1,000 times before you even create your video about that. All right. So really put in your time into the topic selection. It's one of the most important things after choosing a niche. And yes, next up is video packaging. Your packaging should be as similar as possible to what's working, but not the same. I see too many people reinventing the wheel here because they don't know, is a Mr. Beast thumbnail a good thumbnail? What is a good thumbnail? A good thumbnail is simply what works in your niche. If we look at this channel here, just as an example, we can see this channel has 30 videos online. It has already gotten 400,000 views. Now, what we can see is that these kind of thumbnails currently work. So why would you go ahead and create something completely different? So if I would be going into this niche, I would probably pick a very similar image. I would use the exact font. I would use the exact yellow and white, and I would put the text here on top as well. Why? Because it already works. Now, obviously you can't go ahead and copy this thumbnail one-on-one, because who's YouTube going to push the videos first to? To the hardcore fans of this niche, right? So you can't copy it one-on-one, but you can make it very, very similar and make it a little bit unique. So like, for example, change up the image a little bit. But for the main, the main style of the thumbnail should stay exactly the same. I have an 80-20 rule when it comes to this. So 80% of the thumbnail comes directly from the competitor and 20% comes from you. And with that being said, you just change the text a little bit, but still make it very similar, right? But something that's your own. All right. So I hope this makes sense. This is super important. Now, something you can actually do when you don't know if your video packaging is good or not. You can actually make a screenshot of this, paste it into Canva, Photoshop, anything, and place your thumbnail over a video like this, and then go to strangers or to family members and ask them hey, do you what kind of video does not fit on this channel? And if they immediately tell you hey, this video here and this is your video, then I would highly recommend you to go ahead and actually change up your thumbnail. All right. Then Next up is the video length. You need to keep in mind that YouTube will always push the video that keeps people on YouTube for the longest amount of time. So what I would highly recommend you to do is to 1.5x the competitor video length. So let's say, for example, this video here is 23 minutes long. So then we would just do 23 times 1.5 equals to 35. I would just do a 35-minute video. Why? Because your video is more likely to keep someone on YouTube for a long amount of time if the video is longer. And I've tested this multiple times. Longer videos will always perform better. Why? Because YouTube obviously makes money if people are on YouTube. And if you keep someone on YouTube for a long amount of time, even if it's just 1 second longer than your competitor video, YouTube will push your video instead of their video. So this is extremely important, and too many people skip on this. All right. So then number 4, this is also something too many people are arrogant about. And I know I mentioned this in almost every single video, but this is just how important it is. Well, how do you want to build a house without a plan, right? So mistake number 4 is bad niche selection. This is the mistake I see most people making without even realizing it. All right. Now, if you're not sure if you have a good niche, go ahead and book a call with me right now. The first link under this video, we will see if I can actually help you pick a right niche. And if, like I said, if I can actually help you, get similar results as my students, like for example, here, $8,000 with a brand new channel. Then here, $18,000 with a brand new channel. Now, these results are simply there because we know how to pick good niches. All right. And that's exactly what we'll discuss on the call. And I'll show you some good stuff on there. All right. So go ahead and book a call right now. Then let's actually go into the criteria of a good niche. So firstly, there are under 5 smaller channels creating content in this niche that are constantly getting more views than they have subscribers. This means there's high demand and low supply. This is super important. As I've already mentioned, YouTube is a marketplace and you have to think like a real marketplace, right? If there are already hundreds of people creating videos about that topic, what would make you special that you could actually succeed in that niche? That's always something you need to think about. Then there are no channels with over 100,000 subscribers. This is super important because you're not going to be able to really compete against a channel that already has 100,000 subscribers, that is already well established, because YouTube is already trusting this specific YouTube account. All right. Then there are no smaller channels failing. This is super important. Why? Because if there are a bunch of small channels failing, what makes you different that your channels should actually succeed against the others that are failing? All right. Then the niche is not older than 6 months. This is basically ties together with these two here. So in most cases, if the niche is older than 6 months, you will have channels that already have 100,000 subscribers, or niches that are already failing, right? Then I can create better content than my competitors. Like I said, you can also do 1.5x the video length. That is also okay. Then, are you actually interested in this niche? This is not a must as long as you build a team that actually has interest in the niche. All right. Then, is the niche monetizable? That's something you can check, for example, here with ElevenLabs. For example, here, ElevenLabs currently has some issues. I'm pretty sure this channel is monetized, but most of these faceless channels, as long as they have a voiceover, as long as the videos are original, like the whole video is original, then you should be good to go. Now with original, I don't mean that they literally have to go and film the clips, as long as it's a new value added, new original video, if that makes sense. All right. Then huge bonus if they post long videos in that niche, obviously because you get a higher RPM, because YouTube can show more ads under your video, which would then again mean that you would make way more money. All right. Next up, or lastly, very important, give yourself enough time to do niche research. Do not rush this process. I see too many people rushing this process, and that's why so many of you guys are failing. It's not because your IP is banned or anything like that. It's because you guys don't write down these exact mistakes, which I want you to write down right now and literally double check every time you start a channel or you post a video, because these are the most important things when it comes to YouTube. All right. Firstly, seeing YouTube as a marketplace. And then secondly, knowing that, on YouTube, people actually judge the book by its cover. If you have bad packaging, no one is going to click. All right. So with that being said, if you're interested in working close with me, just check out the first link in the video description, book a call with me, and I'll see if I can actually help you. And then I'll see you in the next video.